Oh, hello. You all must be the slow children I keep hearing about wandering around these parts. You must be waiting on Game of the Week. Well, here you go. You don't have to wait no longer. We're going to dive right in. Week 1, not much to talk about, not much to go on, but I'll kind of use Mitch's draft grades and ESPN's projections. Those first couple weeks, everyone's usually projected pretty close. I think the biggest margin this week is probably, I think, me and Josh, which is where we'll start. The projected margin of defeat is only 9, and that's for me. I think it's going to be a lot bigger than that, but that's just my big head probably. Josh is starting some non-starting caliber talent, I think. Jimmy Garoppolo making his debut against a fierce Cardinals defense on Sunday Night Football. Bright lights, really heavy blitzing defense. Could be a big test, or he could shine. You never know. That's what you get when you get someone's debut. He's got Tate and Diggs as some starting wide receivers, whereas I've got Odell, Nelson, Mike Evans. I think it's going to be a blowout. I choose me, obviously. Moving on to the next kind of least interesting matchup in my eyes, Ryan versus Taco. This one's kind of interesting. It's a youthful team versus a veteran team, and if I told you that, you would probably think that Ryan would have drafted the crafty veterans, but it's the opposite. Taco has got Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Adrian Peterson, Larry Fitzgerald. It's kind of a well-rounded team. I don't know why his team was graded so poorly, but it was. And then Ryan, on the other hand, has got Blake Bortles, Marcus Mariota, David Johnson. He's got Brandon Cooks, a lot of youthful players. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out in Week 1. But I'm going to pick Taco Week 1, as I feel like I do every year. I'm always high on the Taco train. I don't know, maybe he slips me something at the draft. But I'll go Taco Week 1 by a slim margin. Moving on to a slow children debut. Doug Heffernan. Dave. Sorry, not Doug. Classic mix-up. Lowest projected scores of the week. Brady and Dave. 2 terrible draft grades. 2 terrible drafts. This is probably going to get ugly. I couldn't even really find a lot to say. I like Lamar Miller for Brady. Past that, I don't know. We'll see how RG3 does for Dave. Good luck, guys. I'm going to pick Brady just because he's been in the league longer. There you go. That's all I had to say about that. Next, we've got Bobbitt versus Mike, 2 of the 3 amigos going head-to-head in what I think should be a pretty good matchup. They both are deep with wide receivers, really good wide receivers on both sides. Bobbitt's got A.J. Green, Dez Bryant, Sammy Watkins. I don't think Dez is going to suffer at all with Dak in there. Might even be better than, old Tony Homo. On the other side of the ball, Mike's got Julio, Amari Cooper, Alshon Jeffrey. And I think he might be the only person in the league starting a 4th wide receiver. He's got Cobb right now, currently in his OP slot. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off. I don't think so. I'm picking Bobbitt. And that puts us at our game of the week for Week 1. Much like the NFL regular season, our season starts off with a Super Bowl rematch between Mitch and Chuck. Both with the highest projected scores. One with the second best draft grade and one with the worst draft grade, a B+ and an F. Chuck kind of went all in on wide receivers, drafting 4 in his first 4 rounds. He's starting 3. He got the quarterbacks he wanted with Eli and Kirk Cousins. He didn't quite get the running backs that most people would desire, but I think the ones that he did get, that won't affect him Week 1. Obviously, D'Angelo is going to play, so no harm, no foul for this matchup. Actually, everyone saw what he did while he was a starter, so that's actually a pretty good running back for this matchup. And then on the other side of the ball, everyone knows Mitch had Todd Gurley, he had Antonio Brown. But what did he do past that? Who did he add on to it? He took the first quarterback in our draft. He took Russ Wilson. He added some nice pieces. He got Moncrief, which I thought was a steal where he grabbed him. So it'll be an interesting matchup, one that's usually entertaining for everyone else to watch. It's always fun to see those two go back and forth. But I think in the end, I think Chuck is going to grab it. Might not cover the pain of last year's loss, but it's a start to this year. So there you have it. Week's 1 Game of the Week winner will be Chuck.